Hi, my name is Marilyn Morrison. I'm a program advisor for the patient assessment courses.
My name is Anthony Small. I used to work for Laerdal, so I'm a good expert on the devices that we're about to use today.
And what I'm going to show you today is some ways that you can bring to your students off-site as well as on-site ability to hear vowel sounds, lung sounds, and heart sounds. I'm going to show you where to begin with that. You'll need one bag, a Laerdal bag, and inside of that bag you'll have 8 of what we call sound trainers or pods. And beside that you will need one of these things where the sound trainers actually plug in. And so you have space up to 8 to plug in. You can put this on the table, spread it apart so students with their stethoscopes can listen all at the same time, 8 capacity. Now these pods have a cord that pulls out and retracts. You'll notice on the bottom there is a device to hold, and then there are arrows on the dial. So those arrows will work to guide you to wind it up or to help you to lengthen that plug as well. These are brand new. They're a little bit sticky to move, but they're getting smoother as we practice. So that's plugged in here. All 8 are plugged in and ready to go, and Hentley's going to show you what else you need now to make these to work.
So we have the cable that comes from that pod, the connector of the pod, I should say. It's this cable right here. So that cable has a bunch of pins in there. You want to make sure you line up those pins. You want to make sure that the wide part is facing the top, and that and it connects accordingly with the link box. Connect that in there, and you can just screw those 2 points in there so you can make sure that it's stable and doesn't come out. Then you can turn that on by holding that power button for a couple of seconds. That green white light will flash for a minute or so, and then once it's solid, then you know that it's connected. This power cable or power button there on the SIM pad, just hold that there as well for 2 seconds. Again, green light will flash on the SIM pad as well. So once that goes solid and the screen comes up, you will be able to know that everything is working properly. Once this light goes blue, that's when this SIM pad is connected to that link box. In the meantime, while that's turning on, we can talk about what's in this bag. So we got 2 of these power cables. One is for the link box. The other one is for the SIM pad. That's just to make sure that you don't lose power during your session. If you're having connectivity issues, depending on where you are, you might be running your session. You can use this Ethernet cable that connects into the bottom there of the SIM pad, and that goes right into the link box right in that spot right there, just like any typical Ethernet cable. Now our SIM pad's on. We've got our link box on there, nice blue light, so we know that this link box and this SIM pad are connected together. If we want to check to make sure that we have the proper connection as well, or if we don't have a connection, we can just hit the settings button there. That lets you see the system settings screen, and then we can just go into simulator, and then we can see right here that where it's showing you what link boxes are within range. And then right now we got a check mark there on the sounds trainer, so that lets us know that this link box connected to the sounds trainer, that everything is working properly, everything is connected, and the blue light confirms it. We can just hit back a couple of times and get back out of there. Go into the main screen. We've got our main screen here. Hit manual mode. Once that starts up, that will bring us into manual mode. Click on healthy right there at the bottom. Once you do that, hit OK again. And then now you'll be here. Now you can change all your sounds. Hit the heart icon. Hit the heart sound. You'll be able to make your changes to your heart sound. Click on that little arrow there, brings up your volume slider. You can use that to make the sounds a little bit louder if you want. Once you've chosen your heart sound and your volume, hit that activate, and then you'll be able to and then it'll make those changes. Lung sounds, the same thing. If you just hit that lung icon at the bottom, then hit the lung sounds there, make your change to lung sound, and then you can hit the arrow and you'll move that slider. Hit the activate button, and it makes the change to lung sounds. Bowel sounds, again, same thing. Hit the bowel icon, hit the volume slider, make your changes, change your which to which sound that you want to have, hit activate, and that will give you your sounds that you will come out of the pods.
That's great. It's really easy to use, and the students really like to be able to hear sounds often, so having 8 students listening at once is wonderful. One other thing to tell you about is that these sound trainers are designed to be listened to with your stethoscope, so make sure the students have their stethoscopes with them. You can hear some audible sounds now when we turn up the volume, but they won't hear a lot of the sounds very well unless they have their stethoscopes. So we don't use an external speaker, they need to auscultate. Another great way of using this would be to set up a station in your patient assessment course here in the lab, and you can put on bowel sounds, for instance, while other stations with mannequins are listening to heart sounds or lung sounds. So it's a very diverse, versatile little device, and we've had great success with them here in CE Nursing.